Welcome back to the Broadstrokes D&D podcast, part 3.
Yes, this is part 3.
Yeah, like JoJo's part 3. Which means there will be Dio Brando somewhere in this story. No.
And there'll be a vampire.
Yeah. Specifically a stone mask one.
Anyway, sadly today, if you're watching this, you'll realize that Junior's not with us.
Yeah, it's not because of anything, like, unfortunate happening. It's just that he didn't want to come to this one this week because he had other things he'd rather do.
Yeah, which is... Wait, I thought he said something came up. Not that he just didn't want to.
Well, no, the reason why I say because he didn't want to is because he just wants to go hang out with his girlfriend.
Oh.
That's the reason why he can't join us. It isn't like because like someone got sick or something. He'd just rather do something else than be on this podcast.
Yes, and if you're wondering what that means for his character, since he did join the party, we're just gonna say that he's staying at camp this episode.
Yeah. So no random murderous tendencies, Kyle. Or any conversions.
And the party will have less tension, seeing how both of the characters, the other two characters in the party, Val and Brock, don't like him.
It's sad because you're the guy who invited him.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, that is true. His character does not clash very well with anyone else.
But what am I supposed to do? Just say, nah, you can't join the party. Sorry, Junior.
Yeah, his character just isn't... He does not vibe very well with the rest of the party. In fact, he actively antagonizes Brock.
So you're an orc, huh? Cool.
Anyway, let's actually get started on the story.
Yeah, where were we last time? We were hunting...
They were just walking out the cave.
Mm-hmm.
But you never talked to Brock on the way out, I'm pretty sure, so... Brock is just still standing at the entrance.
No, I remember last time I asked him, like, if everything was good, if he was alright.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I have a way to make it make sense. So, Brock, we're killing some Gnolls, huh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, boss. That scrawny little priest guy over there, I don't really trust him to watch our back. Just tell him to stay at camp for the day.
Yeah, alright, I will. And so I told him to stay at camp.
And then he's like, you know what, sure.
I never liked fighting anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna run away at the first sign of inconvenience.
Bruh.
I like how our version of Kyle's voice of Tobin is like a charismatic, like calm priest dude. Our version is a nerd emoji sounding guy. Anyway, then he departed to camp.
Which, where is camp?
Your camp could be anywhere. It's literally just you setting up some camps and a campfire.
I think like at the mouth of the cave where we find the
it was just right outside the cave, so he's just chilling there, I guess.
He's spent the entire time single dead body.
Yeah, he's just looting bodies, I guess. That's in character, I guess.
That's I'm gonna go on the gambling so I can get ready. Yeah. So we're hunting those things.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like weird hyena humanoids.
Wait, do I need to roll? Like I had to last time to see if or not.
If you could what?
If I was lucky.
Oh.
Like how... Do I,
You'll see.
Okay.
When you fight, you do roll. Now,
Yay!
So you all depart to the cave. Zalfira, the Salune priest or cleric that you brought along with you this time, guides you to the nearby Gnoll camp. And, well, it smells horrible. A pure
Oh,
bile and blood all over the place.
oh God, that smells horrible.
Well, boss, Gnolls aren't exactly known for, being the cleanliest of creatures.
Yes. Alright, so I guess we have to kill him.
And then Zalfira interjects and departs a bit of wisdom upon you. Before we go in for the fight, I'll tell you this one thing. The reason why a lot of my men died very quickly to these particular tribe of gnolls is that some of them make a very deadly poison.
Hmm.
So that's a thing to keep out for.
What, like they tip it on their blades or arrows?
Yeah.
Alright then, thank you.
But would you like to scout first?
Yes.
See how many you gotta fight?
Yes.
You look around the camp. It seems like these gnolls are celebrating. They seem to have copied some of the locals' traditions. They have these weirdly makeshift cups just full of blood while dancing around the fire. Another raid gone well. You also see a lowly, poor dragonborn stuck in one of their cages. He's still alive, but clearly malnourished. And from your observations, you can deduce that there's about 12 gnolls around the area. The chief is the one with the skull helm.
So it's a 12v3. That's great.
But there are a few things you may want to take into consideration. The barrel near where they're grabbing the blood, you might be lucky and might be able to steal their poison and dump it into their barrel.
Hmm.
If you think you are stealthy enough.
I doubt that.
Second choice, or a few other choices, is that some of them seem to be sitting in their little makeshift tents. Maybe you can burn them. And a few other things you can try doing is just try to maybe draw them towards you. Maybe you can have a defensive position instead of running into their territory. I don't know. The strategy is up to you.
Okay. Do I have a bow and arrow?
Sure, yeah.
Thanks.
You have a crossbow that's like, and you have about like 6 bolts.
Okay, I light one of the bolts on fire and try to light one of the tents on fire by shooting it.
Alright, the tent seems to have about 2 gnolls just sleeping inside. Alright, roll, and you need a 7 or higher.
Man, these some low rolls I need.
I mean, you're not that far away. You're like up on a hill. They're low. You miss, but you hit the nearby grass, so the grass is on fire, but they are alerted.
Well, that failed miserably.
You hear the gnolls sound their war cry. It awakes the other gnolls nearby. They're alerted of your presence, but aren't fully sure where you're at. What is your next move? You could use Zalfira's powers or Brock's powers if you want. You don't have to do it yourself. Just tell me if you want them to take a certain position or not.
What ability does Alfira have?
She has firebolt, like she can shoot fire. She
Okay.
has other like light abilities like blinding them or guiding bolts that could
Alright,
smite people.
I ask Zalfira to stand on the edge of the entrance to the cave.
Alright, she moves then to position.
Alright, I light another bolt on fire and tried to shoot in like the middle of the group, I guess.
Alright, so around where they were celebrating, around their
Yep.
around their little blood blood barrel.
Yes.
Alright, roll, and you need a 7 again.
I got a 12. Yippee!
Okay, well, I had a secret part, by the way. If you were gonna get something higher than 10, a nearby barrel to the blood barrel was a oil barrel. An explosion ruptures through the camp. They caught many gnolls off by surprise. About 4 of them that were celebrating nearby are bleeding out profusely. They're unable to fight. They're out of the
Did any
battle.
die from the explosion?
Most of them are dead or will die in the next few seconds.
Give me a number, please.
I said 4.
4 are bleeding out. But how many straight up just died?
Well, okay, when I say they're bleeding out, I mean like they're on the ground and they can't move.
Okay.
So they might as well not. They might as well be dead at that point.
Alright, so I'm assuming I now have their attention and they're rushing towards me.
Yes.
Okay.
But, I mean, they have to go through their entrance, so since you have Zalfira camped there, what do you want her to do?
When they just come out of the cave, I want her to try to blind them.
Alright,
Do I have to roll or you roll?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So, how effective is her blinding light?
It has a 100% efficiency.
Ain't no way, Brett. You need a 8 that do general damage. Alright.
15. Wait, I thought it was to blind, not do damage.
Well,
I mean, I'll take.
it does damage. It does light damage as well. But to fully blind them, it was like gonna be a higher number. And it achieved that. I was thinking 12.
Ah.
So
So they're blind.
So about 3 of them that ran out first, they got blinded, and they're like pretty injured. Brock is sitting right next to you, and he asks you, "Boss, any orders?"
I tell Brock to swing at the blinded ones.
All right.
Since.
He rushes down with his great warhammer, and he swings. He needs a 6 to hit one. I mean, they're blinded and they're not moving. You gotta try to miss.
Rolls a nat 1.
Okay, so he hits the first one and cracked its skull. But now he used his turn, basically, so he killed one. What about the other 2? What is your plan? Like, what do you specifically do?
I go up and swing at the other 2. Like, try to do a bit of a wider arc so I can try to hit both of them.
Okay, so a sweeping attack?
Yeah, perilous sweep.
Alright, so you try to do a sweeping attack. Alright, you need the same thing as Brock, basically.
What was this?
So it was a 6. And you did it, so you hit both of them. One you killed. The other survived. Alright, so you got about 6. Half of the gnolls are already down.
Yippee!
But the other gnolls By the way, I know I told you this earlier, but I think you got mistaken. They're not in a cave, by the way. They're outside.
Oh,
I said you were on a hill. But they do have like a wall. And they're surrounded by mountains, so it's like
alright.
they're outside, but that's why you were able to shoot their tent from like a hill
Ah, yes.
without them noticing you.
Yes.
Okay, so some of the Gnoll archers get up onto positions. They've already realized the threat. They fire. Let's see if they hit any of your friends. They need
Don't hit
they need
me.
tens. All right.
They make up.
Okay, so the first Gnoll archer hits Brock. Boss. It was pretty deadly, but thankfully it wasn't a poisoned arrow.
Brock dies immediately.
He ain't that weak. And then the second one fires, and it gets barely off a shot on Zalfira. So they both took some damage, but nothing too fatal, or nothing fatal. So then some of the other warriors take up defensive positions. Their chief seems like he actually has some strategy in him. The remaining Gnolls are put into a defensive position, trying to coax you into their territory.
Hmm.
And then the chief lets out a massive war cry, making all Gnolls basically more bloodthirsty.
That's not good.
Now is your party's turn to take combat.
Okay, so how many Gnolls are outside with us? Like close
One,
to
literally one. The one
literally.
other blinded dude.
Oh, interesting. And the other 5 are inside their little encampment.
Yeah, so you got 2 archers back there, then the chief and the 2 near the entrance waiting for you guys to come in.
How far away are they from me? The 2 at the entrance.
Like, just a few feet away from the entrance, but they're on the sides, not in front. One is on the left and the other is on the right. The chief is in the middle, but he has a small barrier in front of him.
That's interesting.
I mean, first though, you do have the blind guy you can deal with.
Uh, yeah, I stab him.
Okay, well that was you're gonna use your turn on stabbing the dude. Okay. That's a good choice right there.
That's
Alright, well you just kill him.
he's just dead. Okay.
I mean, you can't exactly see or anything, so now you have Brock and Zalfira's ready to use their might. And I'm pretty sure Brock is a barbarian. He can let out a war cry, where he can do 2 turns in one.
Does the war cry count as a turn?
Yes.
Okay. Good to. So Zalfir that can summon like lightning bolts and stuff to attack them.
Yeah. Oh, not like normal lightning, more like light beams and stuff.
Oh. Uh, is she on the right or left side of the entrance?
Whichever side you want her to be on. You're the one who sent her, so.
Oh, she's on the right side.
Okay.
Alright, I asked her to send a bolt of light, whatever. I thought she praised him about us, but okay. To the,
Well, the moon's light.
which is AK, just the sun's light.
Okay. The moon's light guides people, though. Alright. Now. So what does she do?
You hold on the one to the left.
Okay. Since they're in a bit of a defensive position, it'll be a little bit harder. So you need a 12.
Got an 18.
Okay, well you succeed. You hit him, and he has a blindness for 1 turn. Brock is ready. Does he let out his war cry?
He does.
All right, boss.
Blood goes to.
He's ready. Now.
To take a perilous swing at the one on the right.
Okay, so he runs into the entrance and he tries to hit the one on the right. He swings and tries to hit him in between the wall and the hammer. In his rage, he misses. And
oh no, that's not good.
The Gnolls now do their attack. The archers, and this will be for both of them. I'm not rolling twice for both. They both fire at once. Again, you're lucky they're not poisoned. And they both miss.
Phew, phew.
They both terribly miss Brock, and they're only by his feet. Then the blind Gnoll tries to swing his sword, but he will need a miracle to hit Brock. He needs a 14. 1d20 and the blind Gnoll slices through a bit of his armor. Then the Gnoll right to the right of Mr. Brock tries to take his jab at him too. He needs a 10. Oof. He also hits Brock. Boss,
No.
I can't handle much more. He yells out. The chief comes running in. He wields 2 axes, by the way. He's a dual-wielding Gnoll. But instead of attacking Brock, weirdly enough, he actually decides something else. He runs back to go grab the poison vials so that he can deal with everyone more easily. So he's running into his command tent. But thankfully he wasn't able to take any actions.
Because he used his over there. Got it.
Oh yeah, by the way, Zalfira can heal people because she's a cleric.
Oh, good. Okay, so it's my turn now?
Yeah, but that does take a turn.
Okay.
You're still outside, by the way.
I asked Zalfira to heal Brock, and then I, myself, went to the one who got and tried to swing at.
Yeah, okay. So it's by the way, healing is always 100%. I'm not doing any BS like, they missed the heal and they accidentally healed the Gnoll. Alright.
Okay.
But for you... Alright, a 10, that's decent. And you only needed a 6 since he was blinded. You hit him from the back. You rip open his back.
Is he dead or just very injured?
He is dead. He is 100% dead. He was already pretty hurt from the beam.
Alrighty, good. So Brock has up at least a little.
Yeah. Brock is pretty injured, but he can still fight.
Alright, I asked him to try to swing at the one that's to his right.
Alright. Same strategy again.
I mean, he doesn't have to barbaric war, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
So he hits it and hits it right between the wall. So 2 hard places at once. The Gnoll is pretty hurt, but he isn't dead, and he can only swing back.
He just got hit by an 18 with a dude who's wielding a fire freaking warhammer who's a barbarian orc. Brother ain't dead.
These are pretty battle-hardened Gnolls, alright? So if you want, you can Taupe Rock to finish him. He's prone, though, so he's on the ground.
Alright, so Brock gets advantage. Brock, finish him off!
He lifts his great warhammer and aims right for his skull. And it will only take him a 4 to actually hit. Oof. He misses. I guess he was too blind. Oh yeah. Brock is selling so hard right now.
Brock, you're a joker!
I'm sorry, boss. Anyway.
Alright, cover! Prepared! Their chief is about to attack. Probably.
The archers aim again. They aim at Val this time.
Oh no!
They need a 10. Alright. I'm only gonna do it one at a time. The first one hits you.
Ow!
Then the second one takes aim and fires. And he horribly misses. A critical miss on his part. It is like a full 3 feet away from you. Then the Gnoll that was on the ground in front of Brock, it gets back up. He tries to move towards you, but as he's moving towards you, Brock takes a swing at it. Let's see if Brock hits him. He needs an 8.
Yippee!
Brock hits the Gnoll as it's rushing towards you. Right through the stomach. The Gnoll is reduced to red mist.
Reduced to add.
The leader goes in and grabs the vial poison and starts coating it onto its axe. You don't know which, though. Alright.
Leslie.
It is now your turn.
How far does my lightning breath go?
You gotta be pretty close to them.
Okay.
I say about, like a little bit more than melee range.
Alright,
If I remember correctly, you still have your crossbow.
I do. Well, my cross aim at one archers.
Alright.
The one that
hit you, or the one that missed?
The one that missed.
Alright. It will take you a 12, since you're not as proficient with a crossbow than you are with a sword.
10.
Huh?
I got a 10.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, you also have a power called Action Surge, whenever you want. If you use Action Surge, you get an extra turn during your turn.
Alright.
So you miss, but you could choose to move or whatever.
Alright, I move up to the closest piece of cover and, like, get behind it.
Alright, so you're behind the old chief's little wall thing that he built up. Alright. Brock is bloodthirsty and is ready to pounce.
I tell Brock to move up with me.
Brock runs in by you. He's like, fine, boss. I'll stay put. Then Zafira right outside the entrance still.
Uh, would one of her light bolts be able to reach the archers if she got a good roll?
Yes, but it will be harder for her to hit them since they're farther away.
Alright, I tell her to move up and launch a light bolt at the other archer the other one that I didn't try to hit.
Alright. Let's see. Do you need a 8? Since she moved up closer to him.
Yeah!
Sadly, it's not a critical hit, but so it's still alive. But it is blinded. So it will, like... It may have horrible luck. So... Then, it's the Gnolls. The first archer that just got blinded takes aim. But he isn't exactly sure what he's aiming at. Okay, well, he hits the ground. The other one tries his roll. This time he has better luck because he actually can see. He needs a 10. He got a 12. He hits your wall.
Good thing we got behind them.
You feel as if the wall will crumble after one more arrow shot. Yeah, it's a pretty flimsy wall.
Bruh!
It's kind of an improvised wall, right? The boss...
What, the boss built it in like 0.2 seconds?
Yeah, he kind of did. He didn't expect to get invaded.
Alright, what is...
The boss runs out with both of his axes and lets out his war cry. He starts dashing towards you. He isn't quite there yet. But it is a 3v3 now.
3v3? Let's get those numbers down, huh?
Now is your guys' turn.
Alright. Brock's bloodthirsty at the moment, correct?
Yeah, well, because he has his barbarian rage. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know what I meant by the yelling of the Gnoll, but that Gnoll chief also let out a barbarian rage.
So does that, like, increase his damage or something? Like...
Well, it's the same exact thing as Brock's. He has an extra turn.
Alright. I tell Brock to run up and try to take one of the archers.
Alright.
Can.
He jumps over the improvised wall and starts dashing. Which archer does he attack? The blinded one or the normal visioned one?
The blinded one, because it's already really close to death and it'll probably be easy to hit.
Alright. Brock goes in for the kill. 6. He hits it. It's on the ground. Brock has one more turn.
I tell him to finish it off.
Well, it's down as in it's dead.
Oh. Hit the other archer.
Alright, well, he tries to run in and he tries to swing for the other one. He needs a 12. This one is a little bit more prepared. Oof. He misses. Man, he's gotten so many 2s this game. Sorry, boss. Alright. What does Val wish to do?
Val wishes to run up to try to reinforce Brock. AKA, he goes to kill the other archer himself.
Alright. With what?
With his sword.
Alright.
And can I use action? Sure.
This is your first turn. Then you can use action surge. Does not take a turn.
Okay, that's amazing. I go up to the archer and try to swing with my sword.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be like a sucky ability if it took a turn and all it did was give you one extra turn.
A 12. Oh.
You miss.
Well, I got a 12.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled for you. My fault. Alright, well, you hit him.
Yippee!
He's injured, but not dead.
Alright.
Would you like to do action surge and hit him again?
I would.
Alright, you pop your action surge, and then you have to roll again to see if you can hit him again. He should be dead by your next swing. These archer gnolls are significantly weaker than their melee counterparts.
18!
You lob off his head. It's rolling on the ground. Now all you have is Alfira.
Zalfira! Attack the chief! With, something.
Alright, well, she does something. She runs in with her mace and tries to hit him.
What does she get?
And she needs... she's gonna need a 15.
18!
Wow, you are pretty lucky, but the chief is gonna take more than just a single mace swing. The chief just laughs. Imagine like a hyena laugh.
Insert hyena laugh sound.
Yeah. And then it only cracks his skull helmet. But he is bleeding a little bit.
So what does the chief do in retaliation?
The chief swings both axes at Zalfira as his first attack.
That's not good. Wait, he gets 2 attacks?
Wait. He's dual wielding the axes, so his normal attack is both axes.
And then he also has barbaric. His barbaric roll. 15!
He hits Zalfira. She's on the ground. She is no longer able to fight for the rest of the game, basically.
No!
The poison doesn't kill per se, more like it paralyzes for a little bit. But because she's a half elf, poisons actually aren't as effective on her.
Yippee!
So she isn't gonna be like that forever. But as of right now, she's out of the fight. Then the chief starts rushing towards you guys, but he's pretty far away from you guys. So he grabs his rock sling and he tries to chuck it at Brock.
Don't hurt! No!
Alright, you're lucky. He needed a 12. He barely misses Brock's head. That was a close one, boss.
Yeah, it was.
Alright, now it's the heroes' turns. Or the party. I don't really care.
Alright. I take my turn and rush towards the chief and use my lightning breath on him.
Alright. You need a 8.
Godzilla atomic breath? Wow. I almost rolled 2 d20s.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot to let you know. Action surge, you only can do it once per short rest.
Okay.
So...
That sucks. I was planning on using action surge again.
But... you shock the Gnoll leader. He seems like he can't move very well for the next turn.
Can Brock do his barbaric roar?
He already did. Earlier.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why he's been able to do 2 turns.
Alright. I tell Brock, get over here! And then I tell him to swing his... Bring the hammer down!
He yells, hammer down! Since he's electrocuted, he only needs a 9.
Reinhardt ult moment?
It is a critical miss. When he leaped with his hammer and dropped it, he made a small crater right next to the leader.
Oh no!
He still has one other turn.
So pick up your hammer.
Well,
And
obviously, you did that already.
swing.
He goes
And
in. Roll. 1d20.
I swear to God, if you get another critical failure, okay.
Okay. Critical miss. Brock has been the most inconsistent dude.
Imagine he got a critical failure than a critical.
Yeah,
Six.
that'd be like really good. He hits some. The Gnoll, you can see that the Gnoll chief is at mid health right now. Because of his electrocution, though, he could barely move his muscles. He tries to swing at Val, but he's gonna need a miracle to actually pull it off. He needs an 18.
I swear to God, if he gets a 20. Okay.
His muscles tense up the more he tries. He tries one more time, but this time he tries throwing one of his axes at Brock.
Oh my God!
He's success. By the way, the axe with poison is gone. It was already, the poison was used. No one else will be poisoned.
Yippee!
He throws his axe in his right hand, and it hits Brock right into the chest.
Brock!
It was a critical hit. Brock is out of the battle.
Is he dead or just like?
He's just hurt. Like, he's knocked, is the best way I can describe it. Bros, carry on.
I will, Fred.
Val.
I used made up move. Mighty swing.
Alright. Since he is shocked, you will only need a 8 this time.
I almost rolled a 1d30. 16.
There's a giant cut onto his torso. You can see in the eyes of this Gnoll that it knows its fate.
After I swing, there's nothing you're gonna stay. Just accept it. You're dead.
The Gnoll tries a last-ditch effort attack.
Suicide!
It raises its axe, and he tries to hit you. He uses anything he had left in his body.
14.
He needed a 15. He barely misses. He does scrape your body a little. And now he is basically immobile.
With that, I grab him by the shoulder and stab him right in the chest. Do I need to roll, or do I just succeed?
You win. He's so tired he can't even dodge.
Yippee, we won!
Your 2 party members are on the ground bleeding and out and stuff. And then you also realize on this Gnoll's body is a key.
I grab the key. I'm assuming it goes to the Dragonborn who's locked in that cage.
Yes, but it also has 2 keys. The other one is to a chest.
Yippee, boss loot.
But because the Gnolls are unbelievably so stupid, they never knew how to open that chest.
Bruh.
So they just took the keys, but...
There's nothing inside.
No, it's not that. There is treasure in it. They just never knew how to open the treasure.
Bruh.
Hey, You! Man, that was wonderful work right there. Truly wonderful. Come unlock this cage, would ya?
Please tell me. I'm taking the key to unlock the cage. Please tell me I have to wait to heal my friends.
Huh? Oh, maybe if you look around this camp, there might be an antidote or, like, some healing potions or something.
Oh yeah, I do that. Wait a minute, I also bought medkits. You're like healing.
Alright, well, you give your friends some healing potions. They're okay for now, but definitely are tired out. Now, you talk to this one Dragonborn, you don't recognize him. He doesn't even have the same color as you, so he's definitely not from that other village.
Hey, so what happened?
I was exploring an ancient ruin and took that chest the Gnolls snatched from me. I'm a treasure hunter.
Hmm.
And that chest might have a great treasure in it, or it might be useless.
Well, I do have a second key here.
Yes, they stole it from me. So, but you know what? Feeling a little charitable. Take it. Take the treasure. My treat for rescuing me.
Alright. Well, I wish you luck on your journey back to whoever you come from.
Oh, me? I'm just from. I'm just a nomad. I wander from place to place.
Really?
Yes.
Alright then.
You can call me. You can call me Doug.
Well, hey, Doug.
Vera. That's short for Douglas, mind you.
Hello, Douglas.
It's just one Doug, but okay. Now,
Doug reference.
I know it was a reference. Now, did you need anything? I am a great explorer, after all. I know many things. Need help about this area?
I would. Bang.
And what is that, mister?
Would you happen to know any information about the village that was slaughtered years ago?
Maybe. I am an experienced traveler. I've heard these tales. I've heard the refugees. Let me think. There were about 4 people, from what everyone's told me. I know one was a human. Another was a drow. And another was a hobgoblin. And the 4th one is unknown to me. But
Interesting.
I will tell you this. The drow, he lives here. Metaphorically, that is. Not literally in Dragon's Rest, but underneath us.
The Underdark.
He was a wizard. Honestly, knowing drow society, I'm surprised he has such a big position. Interesting. But I don't know what had happened to him. He seems to have disobeyed his previous masters before. That's why he seemed like he was seeking jobs above ground. I'll tell you this. You're talking about the Hunt Dragonborn's job? My home was also targeted by that same job. Not the same people, mind you, but another group of mercs.
Really?
Yes. All I can tell you is, all I know is, these jobs, they were coming from the mainland. But
You.
apparently there were a lot of contracts in Goldport as well as many other major cities like Yejiheim.
You're saying that's where the contracts originated from?
Yes, I do believe that is the case.
Well, that is good to know. To let you know, the main village that I was from there.
Well, my condolences to you, but I must get going now. Hopefully my gear is still around here.
Hopefully.
Well, I bid you farewell. Hopefully next time we meet each other, it's under better circumstances.
One can hope. Oh,
And with a bow, he walks off, grabbing his gear and quickly changing, and leaves the camp. Who knows if you'll find him again.
maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Then Zelfira comes over to you. Well, seems like a job well done. Here's the gold I promised for now, 600.
Thank you.
And then, of course, the other part of our deal is that you would have to meet us back at the temple. But if you want, I can trust you. So if you want, you can have an audience with the Lycan yourself. The were dragon. He should be on the top of the mountain still. You want to go?
Sure, I'll come with you.
Alright then, let's go.
Before I open the chest and take the gold, how much gold did I get from that treasure chest?
Oh, you open the chest, there's no gold. But it was from an ancient ruin, but you don't know what ruin. But you do see a nice shiny sword. It's a silver blade. On the side, the name of it is called Luck.
Did you say luck or pluck?
Yeah, that's a JoJo's reference.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past you.
I said luck, but I mean, if you're right in blood P, then it's pluck.
Yeah, sure, I'll have the sword named Luck.
No, it's just called luck. But the reason why it's called that is because you don't need a 20 to roll to get a crit anymore. Its special attribute, or no, let me rephrase. You need a 20 and above to roll it, but as part of this sword, you also can roll a 1d4 on top of your normal attack rolls.
So wait, if I use this sword, I can roll a 1d20 and a 1d4.
Yes, and if you get a 20 or above, you get a crit.
Glad!
So yeah, you get the Sword of Luck. The only other thing in there is a small circlet.
Like a
crown.
Nah.
And it seems to have no effect. It just it looks like there's a ruby inside of it, though. Maybe you can sell for a pretty penny if you want.
Perhaps. Alright, I take the sword, and I put the crown in my backpack, I guess. Or my satchel. I'm storing this stuff in.
Then the party departs back into the cave. After a very, very long time of going up the mountain, they reach the top. It's pretty cold, though. But you see a man wearing only his trousers at the top. He seems cold, clearly, for obvious reasons. He's like, "You, I don't recognize you. Are you friend or foe?"
Yes, I'm friend. Okay.
Okay, good. Well, if you're a friend, then it's time to introduce each other, right? What is your name?
My name is Val Orlibor. This is my friend.
Nice to meet you guys. My name is Harold.
Harold.
I was actually from the city of Medici's Landing. well, you know, until I got the affliction, then I was casted out. Been living out here for a few weeks. But I think I recognize your name. Didn't you work at the general store?
Yes, I did.
Huh. You were pretty famous. But mostly for being a decent man in a corrupted city. But thank you for not killing me.
Anyway, I stab him. Uh, yes, we've come to help you. My friend here, out of story, I forgot her name already. It's too confusing. My friend here, Zalfira. She's gonna bring you to her temple, the moon goddess or whatever.
Oh, well, we already know each other. I was the one who asked for Selena's help anyway. That's why her followers came here.
Oh, good.
But you... Hey, this may seem kind of random, but... Did you know anyone named Reinhardt?
Out of story. Do I know someone named Reinhardt?
Yeah, your father?
Oh! I forgot that's what I named him. Yes, actually. He was my adoptive father. Why?
Huh. That's interesting, because, well, I'm his brother.
You're his brother.
Yes, why do you think we have weirdly similar names? Harold?
Okay then.
And yes, I'm his brother.
That's...
And I heard he was murdered. I didn't know who, though. Didn't know that he was raising a dragonborn, though.
Well, he found me when he was doing a contract out here in Dragon's Rest.
Oh, the genocide on the dragonborn's contract? Yeah, I had a copy myself. The money was tempting. But I barely have any of it left. Here's the little scrap I have left. It just says signed by... Or it says no name still. It still says G.
Gee. Same one of my father's contract.
Interesting. Your father did tell me about the people he went with a little bit. Not that he really knew them very well.
What did he say?
One of them was a very well-known mercenary of the time. The hobgoblin that they were with. His name was Durg.
Durg.
Is that you writing things down?
No, I need to character profile see, because I remember you writing something about a goblin. Not in character profiles. You can continue.
Okay. Yes, that he's a pretty infamous mercenary of the times. He's an artificer though. So it's kind of weird he went for that contract. Maybe there was some ancient technology or something. Who knows? Besides that, all I know is there's some drow that went with them, but I'm sure you've heard people already say rumors of this drow.
I have.
Somewhere in the Underdark, I assume. That's where most of them live.
How's that?
Besides that, though, I don't know much about the last guy. He is the most secretive of them all.
Yes, that's the gist of it. I suppose you deserve to know this. G, the man who hired my father. I'm assuming he found out that my father broke the contract, so he sent a few more people to kill my father. That is how. That was who was murdered.
That's horrible. I'm sorry about that. I have an idea though. I'll be training at the Temple of Soluna as a paladin. Whenever you're in Goldport again, talk to us. I will provide you aid if you find out who this G is.
Thank
Alright?
you.
You will have my sword.
I appreciate that.
Okay, out of story real quick. Your dad is playing Skyrim right now.
Oh my god, wait, he's actually doing that. I told him he should play Skyrim. He asked me what I was doing, and I was like, oh, just playing Skyrim. And he was like, oh, Lennon told me you've been shredding it at the game. And I was like, yeah, it's a good game. And I asked him if he ever played it, and he said no. So I said he should. I guess he's acting that. I didn't think he would do it.
It's weird for how old Skyrim is that he's never played it or thought about playing it once.
Yeah, it's literally the same age as his son.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the story.
Back to the story. That's really funny.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, I guess it's time for me to depart.
Yes.
But, though, I've learned to control my transformations a little bit. So I don't think I'll go frenzied tonight. How about a little celebration?
I do not mind. I have a camp down closer to the base of the mountain, so we're not in this cold.
Alright then, let's go. The camp. Shh. Fires roar, and also someone brought wine. And by someone, I mean Tobin. He stole it while you guys were gone.
Brother! I should just kill this man right now.
And then you see a guy walking into your camp. You recognize him, though. It's Doug. Man, what is with these festivities? Are these for me? I'm just joking. But do you mind if I hang out with you guys for a bit?
Sure, why not?
Alright, well, let's see. What do I have to bring to this? He rummages through his bag. Ah, yes. He has about 3 crackers.
Bruh, that's
Here,
it?
you can have one. Hey, look, I've been stuck in a cage for a week, alright?
I didn't say that out loud.
Oh.
I'm not that rude.
Here, anyone want some?
I grab one and crack it in half, and one half to Brock.
And then you'll all enjoy the night. Also, actually, you know what? I did bring something. And he brought a corpse of a small rabbit.
Oh, what is like a dude? What is gonna be like? Yeah, I murdered someone. You want to eat him?
He's like, here's something that can actually be edible. You
Oh,
want to
here.
roast it?
My father taught me how to cook. We did hunt most of our food.
Then you all enjoy and drink and eat the night away, while Tobin is sitting in the corner.
What is he like brooding or something? Is bro Batman?
He's just kind of sitting there doing nothing because
Junior's not here to influence the choices, so I'm just gonna assume he's a good boy.
he's just sitting there watching everything happen, plotting.
Junior better watch this one.
He's not.
Yeah,
Let's be real here. He probably didn't even watch the first one.
No, probably not.
Now, now it's nighttime and everyone goes to bed. Even Brock.
Is there another hey, are you an orc situation?
No, I won't do that until Kyle's here. You all had a nice rest for once. Then, in the morning, Yari realized that Mr. Doug is gone. He must have left early in the morning to finish his travels. And then
Oh,
Zalfira and Harold bid you farewell.
I shall see you two when I make it to Goldport.
We will be anticipating you. And don't forget about your other half of the reward.
Yes.
This mission would have not been successful if it wasn't for your help. So
Well,
don't worry. You'll be welcomed by the temple when you make it to Goldport. Alright, well, I bid you all bid farewell. May the moon guide you all. And then they walk off into the horizon.
I'll see you again. Whoa.
And then Brock pulls you aside.
Yeah.
Look, boss, you've been pretty straightforward with me, so I'll be straightforward with you. That Durg guy, I worked with him. I was friends with him, actually. We're part of the same mercenary company. He's not a bad guy, trust me.
What, he just likes money? Like you?
No. He likes technology.
Like he is a dwarf.
No, he's a hobgoblin.
Oh, sorry, house.
He's just an artificer, which means they make technology and stuff. He likes studying old tech and making different robots and weapons, but he doesn't care about just money. There must have been some ancient artifact that those Dragonborns had that made him want to pick this job. If you want to look for him, boss, the last place I knew where we were still together was back at Yejiheim. That was our headquarters.
Well, thanks for being straight with me.
But if you kill him, just know that I won't just sit idly by. You'll have to talk to him first. Maybe he'll tell you. Maybe he'll spill why he took the job. And he's our best lead so far, boss.
Alright. Well, I suppose our adventure here in Dragon's Rest has concluded.
So, what is
By the way,
Val's plan?
I need to check the map real quick. Where you said?
Yejiheim.
Yeji.
It's on the mainland, actually. But it is part of the same country as the Vichy republics.
Yejiheim.
It is.
So,
it's basically to the left of Goldport.
yeah, I see that. So we would have to take a boat to Goldport, then Yejiheim, or could we take a boat straight to Yejiheim?
You could take a boat straight to Yejiheim, but that's more dangerous.
Yeah, so if, alright, Val's plan, we make it back to Majichi's landing, and we take a boat towards Goldport.
Alright.
That's his...
So you make your way towards Medici's landing until something possibly unexpected happened. A few men come up to you. Hey, where do you think you're going, bud?
Medici's landing.
Don't you know you're a wanted man there?
That's a fair point.
The captain wants your head. But it's about 2 men.
So what? Are you here to claim my head?
The bounty was only 400. If you want, you can sweeten the deal a bit, and we might turn the other way.
$400 gold.
Or you can do a few other things. You can intimidate them to make a runaway. So you can try doing an intimidation check. Or you can persuade them to walk away. Or you can just straight up kill them.
What, do I have an advantage for intimidation or persuasion?
Yes, you're a fighter, so you have a plus 1d4.
Okay.
You have a 1d4 plus on intimidations.
Okay, so I tried to intimidate them. So it's a 1 and a 1d4?
Yeah. You need a 10. They're
How
not
do I do-
particularly strong people. You just do plus and then 1d4.
Okay.
But no spaces. All
14.
right. Well, you intimidate them. They're like, well, look, you seem a little stronger than we think. Look, alright, just pretend we weren't here, alright? But I will have to tell you this. If you're gonna go into that city, don't use the front entrance. You might as well be dead.
Alright then.
If you want, best case scenario might just be, and this may sound dumb, but there's a small village right outside the city. They might have a boat there if you really need one. That's all I know, though. We'll walk the other way. We'll say that we couldn't find you.
Good. I'll leave.
Yes. They slowly back up and run.
Wah! Like Zoink, Scoob!
But you do have
We
some
got-
interesting information. You know that if you go to Medici's landing, that the guards will probably rain arrows onto you. That sounds like a horrible idea.
No, I forced it. I run in.
Or you can take a small village. They might have a boat if you're lucky.
Alright, I go to the small village outside London.
Alright, then you go and you see a port and a pretty flimsy sailboat. But it can fit all you guys and your supplies.
I go up to the boat captain, because I'm assuming is over there.
He's like a clear drunkard. Hey, you, what you want?
Can your boat take the Goldport?
Huh? Goldport? Of course. I go there every other day. Just get me another thing of ale and consider it yours.
Well, I consult with Brock. What do you think we should do?
Well, as far as we know, that's our best way there. Unless you think we can sneak into the city somehow.
Alright then, let's go. This guy some.
You go.
Wait a minute. Before we do that, do we have any leftover ale?
You have like a barrel, or whatever was left of alcohol is like an empty bottle. Unless you want to try to trick them into thinking the empty bottle is real.
I roll another nat 20, like I did last time, to persuade someone by tricking them.
It's not like he's gonna kill you for messing up, so you need a 16 to trick him that an empty bottle is actually full. He is pretty drunk, so you might
Alright,
actually be fooled.
I try that. Okay, slash roll
But it's only a 1d20.
1d20. I got a nat 20. Are you kidding me?
You get nat 20s on the stupidest things.
Brother.
He grabs. He's like, oh, man, this is things sent straight from the gods right here.
Oh.
By the way, when I meant empty, I meant it was with water. So that's at least a little bit believable.
It's when I just like kneeled down and like filled it with ocean water.
No, not he's gonna die that way. You guys just put like reserve waters in those bottles for your journey. He's just like, "Ugh, man, this is some good stuff right here. All right, let's go."
All right. Can't believe I rolled a net. The only times I've rolled a nat 20, it's tricking a guard that a bag of rocks was like 2,500 gold, and tricking a freaking drunk man that a bottle full of water was alcohol.
But since you were able to trick him that way, as he was sailing, he took a nap. And then he did wake up though midway, and he is tired, but he's not drunk anymore. He's like, "Huh? Oh, wait, who are you guys? Do I remember you?"
I gave a bottle of alcohol to take us to Goldport.
Oh, thanks, I guess, but I guess we're going to Goldport. Wait a minute, this is just a bottle of water. You know what? Thanks. I probably needed that. I'll take you to Goldport since I'm already halfway there.
Yippee!
Can't believe this rust bucket is even able to go in the ocean, to be honest.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, yeah, you probably cut out or something, I don't know.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Alright, do we Goldport or just a rust bucket, as he called it himself, crash and we all drown?
No. You feel something underneath your boat.
That's not good.
It's a shark.
Dun, dun.
So what do you
We're
do
gonna-
to fight back?
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's what you say, and then the shark runs away. No, just...
Bruh. I
like-
pull out my
No.
pistol and I.
Oh wait, first the captain's like, Jesus! Or wait, he wouldn't say that. By the nine hells, that shark, if it takes one good bite out of this boat, we're goners.
That's not good, that's not good.
A good swing though should scare it away.
No, I used lightning breath from the shark.
Okay. Do you?
No. No, I swing at.
Okay. So 1d20 plus 1d4.
Oh yeah, this is technically intimidation.
No. Like, you're in combat, remember? And you're Sword of Luck.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. I almost put 2d20.
Okay.
23.
Well, since you rolled a nat 20 anyway, you just kill that shark. You don't just scare it. It's just seafood. And then you pull it onto the rust bucket. You cut it up, and now you have some extra food.
Well, can I cook it on this thing, or do I have to cook it when we get to Goldport?
Dude, this boat is so small it barely fits you and your supplies.
Okay, so we have to wait until food port to cook it.
You
Although
put
we could just.
You put some salt on the shark so it stays good for a little longer.
Alright, I guess we have shark.
Alright, boys, the trip should be about another day.
Alright.
So enjoy the scenery or take a nap or something, because I will.
This guy only takes naps.
About a day later, you make it onto the city of Goldport. Man. I guess I need to go hit up the local bar. Bye.
Yeah, you do that.
You can't even make any money by doing that.
We just gave him a bottle of water.
Now you are in the city of Goldport.
Goldport.
And then
Right.
two straggly looking guys, or like two guys come up to you. You. Yeah, you.
What?
They pull out a little dagger. The boss, the beggar king sends his regards.
What?
Yeah. It's like this little gnome and he's trying to plunge this dagger into you.
I put my arms in defensive position.
Alright. Since you're like towering over this gnome.
He rolls a nat 20.
No. Oh yeah, you needed a 15. So
Yippee!
you block. What the? Oh.
I-
Oh no! By the gods.
I start winding up a kick.
And then the guards start looking your direction. Hey, what's happening over here?
This gnome just tried to stab me.
What? What do you mean by that?
I mean, he just tried to stab me. What do you think?
He just looks like some innocent gnome to me. You racist or something, bud?
No.
Just get out of here. Alright, you two break it up. And then, as you walk away, you glance and you realize that the guard just took a bribe from the gnome.
Oh my god.
You realize something, though. It seems like the Beggar King's Mafia wasn't only in Medici's Landing.
Yeah, I realize that now.
And then the orc, or Brock, comes to you. Boss, there's one thing I gotta tell you. This is the main hub of the Mafia. This is their headquarters. They have the most influence here.
You mean the mafia boss I just killed?
He wasn't the head of the whole entire Mafia, actually. His brother is.
But not.
All I know him as is, well, the Mafia's boss. He does not have a name that's known to anyone, except for a second command. He's a mysterious man.
But then we should get out of here fast.
Well, I mean, that's true. But this was also the city where the contract was sent out. So it might be worth investigating.
Okay.
Hey, it's just my recommendation, boss.
Yeah. Let's see if all the information that can go off is it's one dude and he signs his name as G. So he wants to stay anonymous.
Yeah.
Well, we got here. Anonymous. The mafia leader here. You said he's also like to stay anonymous.
Yes. He's a secretive man. No one knows his name. Except his second command, of course.
Suppose that could be a place to start.
Well, no one really knows his second command very well either.
We'll figure out something.
And his second command was not the Beggar King. He was just the leader of the Mafia in that city.
Yes,
How about we just go into the local inn? Maybe we can get some information there.
yes.
Plus, I need a drink.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's go.
Plus, no one should outright try to kill us in there. So you make it into the inn, and it's called the Graveyard.
The graveyard shift.
Yeah, that's sure. And the reason why it's called that is because Goldport is infamously known as the city of murder. Yeah, a lot of death happens in the city.
I wonder why.
With the mafia running amok. There's
I'm
a
like, I
lot
know
of crime.
why they stabbed me as soon as I entered the city.
And then you just see the bartender. He seems to be like a bit of an overweight human. He's like, huh, would you be...
You're fat whale.
Seriously. Look, what would you be having?
Uh, I'll just take a bottle of what? Wait, what do you sell here?
Anything, my friend, anything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
Brez Bellafor.
We also have rooms upstairs, and trust me, they're safe.
Also have what upstairs?
We have rooms. Good enough for
Interesting.
about 4 people. 2 double beds. And a nice window. It's pretty safe, too.
But why do you keep on mentioning the safe part?
Look, this city isn't exactly known for being safe, alright?
That's a good point. Brock, what do you want?
I'll take a beer.
Alright, 2 beers.
Alright, coming right up. And may I ask, whose name is this?
Like my name?
Yes, I mean, you gotta pay for it, right?
Hmm. Outside game. Give me a second to think, Landon.
Trust me, sir. Nothing will happen. You can tell me your real name.
Val.
Ah, you are that dragonborn that everyone's been talking about then. You've been the talk of the town for a few days. Mostly rumors from other patrons. Okay.
But what are these rumors about? I inquire.
Just your glorious defeat of the Beggar King. Nothing special, I assure you.
Alright, Tom.
Now, that would be about 20 gold for both. Thank you. Pleasure doing business. Would you like a room too? It's cheap. It's only 5 coins per person.
Please deposit 5 coins.
I mean, it's cheap and I would recommend it. It might get late.
Brock, do you wanna get a room?
Bro's tired.
What?
He tired. Brock tired.
Yeah, sure, we'll get a room. For the both of us.
All 3 of us, actually, because Tobin is in the background with you guys.
Yeah, I forgot Tobin's here as well.
Scrawny guy in the back. He's
15.
with you?
Yeah, he's with us.
He doesn't look like the trustworthy sort, but... Sure. Alright, just up the stairs, to the right. Here's the keys. There's only ever 2 keys in this, for each room. I have one of them, just in case. You know, you lose the key and get locked out.
Oh. Alright.
Well, have a good night, folks.
You too.
Then do you want to interact with the bar at all?
Well, who do I see?
You see a small gathering of gnomes around a table. all having a pint.
Hmm.
Then you see then you see Tobin.
Yeah.
Then you see Brock talking to a goblin.
Hmm. That's it?
Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering what Tobin is doing, he's gathering a small crowd and trying to convince them to follow his god. I'm just saying it'd be something stupid that Kyle would do in character. But at the same time, he's pickpocketing them of their money by asking for donations.
Is he succeeding?
He's just yapping. He's just very convincing, but I don't know. So, do you want to interject in any of these scenarios, or just go straight to bed?
I walk over to Brock and the gnome he's talking to.
You mean Goblin?
Goblin. I thought you said gnome, sorry.
No. The gnomes are with each other. Brock is talking to a goblin. You realize, though, that he seems like he already knows this goblin.
I say, Brock, who's your friend over here?
Huh? Oh, old friend of mine, back in the mercenary company. I was asking him where Dirg could be.
Mm.
And,
Alright then.
and the rumors are, and of course I'm still right. He's still at the city, in the headquarters. So we don't need to hurry. He doesn't seem like he's in any danger.
Alright then. Good to know.
Besides that, we're enjoying some beers together.
I take a seat next to them and have an intellectual conversation.
Yeah, you just end up confusing both of them. They're
Bruh.
like, huh?
Oh, you wouldn't understand it, boy.
And then Brock says, or sorry, boss, I know you're my boss and all, but like, but like, but like, this is a pretty secret conversation between us two.
Sorry. And I walk away.
What else would you like to do?
Has anything changed, or is Tobin still yapping and the gnome still sitting in a group?
Yep. You didn't have a very long conversation with them.
Yeah, until they kicked me off. I guess I go up to the room.
Alright. And then you just, I guess, wait for everyone else before you go to bed. But as you wait, you hear your door open. And you realize it's the bartender. And he closes the door behind you guys. And then locks the door. Don't be alarmed. I'm not here to hurt you.
What are you here for?
It's a secret conversation. Well, secret in the sense that we wouldn't want the Mafia to be hearing us, right?
Suppose not.
You're the great, the slayer of the Beggar King. I've been trying to track down this boss for years. Let's just say I have a personal vendetta against him.
Can you do something? You and yours?
I'll tell you this. I want to take him down. And I heard that you are pretty infamous in this part, so you're gonna need some allies.
Suppose you're right about that.
And trust me, I'm gonna be one very useful ally to have on your team. Okay?
And why is that?
Let's say that I can be a man of many faces.
two-faced background?
No, not like that. Fine, I'll just be a little straightforward since I can trust you that you hate the Mafia.
Yes, I don't really like them.
Okay, well that's good. Because we have a common enemy. And then you see the fat, overweight bartender change before your eyes. You realize he isn't just a fat dude. He's actually a changeling.
Ah,
So a humanoid thing that could change into whatever.
changes into a dragon?
Okay, not like that. Any other humanoid beings. But he changed into his default form. Or,
Where's the defaults?
yeah, he's a default skin.
Well, this is interesting.
Yeah. When I say I'm a man of many faces, I mean I could actually change my face. The reason why I could be useful, though, is if you find one of the officers, I could take their appearance. Then I can let you into the Mafia as if I was just an officer allowing you, safe passage. Then we can fight them from the inside.
Well, that certainly sounds promising.
Oh, so if you want to know what a changeling default looks, that's their default face. By the way, changelings on their skin, by the way, could change their clothes or their skin to look like clothes as well, weirdly.
That's what a changeling looks like?
Yeah, they're literally the most default looking thing ever. They have blank eyes, white, pale skin, and silver hair.
Was Ultra Instinct?
Yeah, and then when you hear this dude, he's like,
Dun, 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 dun.
and changelings can look like anything, but they don't take their abilities.
Alright then.
So, if you find one of the officers, and we take him out discreetly, then only then, we can start fighting them from the inside. Though your head is wanted, so I'll try to find a way to scrape you clean. Maybe you would want to serve the Mafia as forgiveness for killing the Beggar King or something. Doesn't matter. As soon as we find information, we'll have to take them down. Okay?
Alright then.
And once we find the boss, there's this one thing you do gotta promise me. You gotta promise that you let me do it. And by that, I mean carve them into itsy bitsy pieces. You can help me fight them. Do we have a deal?
We have a deal.
Oh, that's just wonderful. Now I have to leave and back into the other guy. Don't worry, I took care of the bartender already. He was an informant for the Mafia.
Well. Alright then.
Alright then. Sweet dreams. But sleep with one eye open, please. While you're in the city. And then you just hear the door open and close. Oh yeah, right before you left. Oh yeah, by the way, my name is Vex. Bye.
Bye.
But you can call me V while we're talking with each other in letters. Don't want them to know my true identity.
The main character Cyberpunk?
Mm-hmm. We'll be referring to each other as V. Unless you want me to call you O.
Alright then.
Okay.
You can call me. Oh, I don't really care.
Well, to tell you if it's me or not, I'll be sending letters to you discreetly, telling you any updates I may have. For now, just keep a low profile in this city. the guards here are also influenced by the Mafia.
I noticed.
Alright. Here, as a gesture of goodwill, he gave you back all the gold, the 35 gold you spent on this bar. Well, see ya.
See ya.
And then after about a few minutes, Brock and Tobin make it back into the room, and then you all sleep. And you lock the door, obviously. Well, and let's see how long we've been recording for. Wow, an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow!
Yeah, I didn't want to go too much into this other arc without Kyle in it.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose this is where we'll end today's episode, with everyone getting us a good rest.
yeah, in a otherwise uneasy city. In fact, the only possible safe area in this whole city is the Saluna Temple.
Speaking of which, we should go there at some point.
Yeah, you can probably go there next episode. Well,
alright then. The journey through Dragon's Rest is done.
yeah.
And now, the Goldport arc begins.
Though you could always go back to Dragon's Rest.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping me. Suppose we can go back there in case we ever need to find that drow.
Yeah. Now, if you enjoyed today's D&D campaign, please like and subscribe on YouTube, and drop a follow and download on Spotify, for the 0 people that watch it on Spotify.
Not really a point anymore.
I still do it. Oh yeah,
I don't.
and if you're in Fortnite, buy the Miku and Godzilla skins.
Bruh. Well, I mean, don't technically buy the Godzilla skin. You buy the Battle Pass, then you level up.
Okay, well, buy the Mecha Godzilla skin. No.
Oh, a thing I should tell you. If you want Godzilla, don't level up in creative. That doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
It has to be VR.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, do the things I already said. Also, I realized we got a new subscriber. Don't know who it is, but yeah.
Might be on VR.
You told another person about our podcast?
Yeah, I did.
You should go promote it on every Discord server you know. I'm just joking.
Bruh. Just on Cypher. Or anyone willing to, you should watch my podcast.
I think you'll get muted or banned for that.
You know what? I honestly don't really need that Discord.
Yeah, I know. You were in some other person's Discord, though, at one point, though, and you said you told him about the podcast, or said you had a podcast. Or was it a live stream? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you unironically have been, decent for promoting our stupid channel.
I just bring it up.
Even though for some stupid... Okay, I actually... This is my question I want in the comment sections. Why do we get less views when there's no Kyle? Kyle does not change the story.
I'm assuming it's just because everyone watching likes Kyle.
I mean, Kyle's a cool dude, but, the story still goes on without Kyle. He doesn't move the story. I create the story, and if anything, Brayden is the main character.
Anyway, yeah, just answer that in the comments for us.
Yeah, why do you guys watch the episodes without Kyle less? That's my question. Anyway.
Function of the day.
Well, see ya.
See ya.
Any last words?
Look at this cool bracelet my mom got me.
Very epic. Alright, well, with that, we depart.